This is my favorite start of every video, just you cackling.
I don't know. I will never change.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the green room, or at least I'm in the green room. Nathan, where are you?
Yeah, I'm very much out of the green room this week. I've been in Barcelona at IBTM for the last 4 days, including today. So yeah, I'll be glad to get home. But it's been great being here this week. Good city and a good event.
It looks incredible. What a massive space. I would love to visit Barcelona sometime. Are you attending for yourself or are you representing Guidebook? I see you've got a shirt on.
Yeah, very much. We've got the logo on here and the logo over here,
Yeah.
which is a bit blurred, but that's not because that's blurred. The video is making it blurred. But yeah, very much here for Guidebook, but also myself as a ex-event planner, organizer, manager. It's great to come to these kind of shows, these big trade shows where it's not just technology, it's the hospitality play. There's a lot of destinations, venues, like all components of the event management life cycle are here. So I find that quite cool.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm a little bit jealous. Guidebook doesn't send us to every event everywhere. As much as I would love to go to as many events as possible, just like you said, like you get a sneak peek into the industry. You can evaluate how the event is put on. You get to hear what people are thinking about, what questions and concerns they have just across various roles. So I'm curious, why did Guidebook send you to IBTM specifically?
Yeah, it's a great question. So yeah, IBTM, I guess where it's a big trade show, it has some event technology play here. We don't do a lot in Europe, so it's kind of coming to these bigger shows makes sense for us. We go to more events in the US,
Mhm.
but really as well, we're part of a membership called MESA, which is like a meeting and event technology association. So we actually come and do a stand share with them. So it's kind of a collaborative effort, and it's been pretty cool because I've had a little talk every day, which is organized all by MESA, and they get all the people to come and listen to it. So even for us, just as that like extra exposure and things, being part of that association helps us to have a bit more presence. They organized a networking dinner last night and drinks and stuff. So it really helps get us out there, but also gets us talking to a lot more people than maybe we would if we just came by ourselves.
That's incredible. What did you have for dinner last night?
It was pretty good actually. It was actually my best dinner of the week because I've been boring by not going out by myself because I'm here alone.
Right.
Um, but there was like some sushi, some really good tuna sushi. Obviously
Mm.
not Spanish at all. But we did. I had a really nice duck dish. Yeah, it was all like good. There was some like kind of tapasy bits on the table as well,
Mhm.
like a croqueta, which was really good. I've had the
Yeah.
same like Iberian pork, the cured kind of Spanish pork sandwich every day I've been here. So I need to go home and eat something different.
That sounds delicious, though. I was expecting you to say, something, I don't know, classic paella or like something. Um, but sushi's great everywhere. So beyond Guidebook's goals for this event, do you have any personal goals? You mentioned, as an event organizer, is there anything that you really wanted to get out of this event experience for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I just love to see where the industry's heading. And a lot of that actually, I've not had the time to go to, there's a lot of content here, there's a lot of stages and speakers. But even just seeing what people are talking about, even if you can't go to the sessions, just gives you an indication of like what people are interested in. There's some really kind of interesting looking AI talks I wished I could have gone to. Like Julius Solaris is here. He's been here for the last few
Yeah.
days. I've seen him bopping around, and I think he's had a couple of presentations. For me, it's just like I get to speak to a lot of people at our stands, and obviously I'm
Mhm.
talking about Guidebook, but a lot of that for me is also just trying to understand what the sentiment is in the industry right now. Are people investing? Are they seeing expansion and growth within their events? And I actually think this time of year is perfect for that, right? Because earlier on in the year, everyone's just in the thick of their event season when we've been
Mhm.
to some shows, whereas now it's kind of like a little bit more reflective and people have a more concrete plan of what they want to do in 2025. So it just gives you, I think, a little bit more clarity on the market
Mhm.
and things feel good. I mean, things feel really positive. Even with the, I don't know why I keep pointing, even with the Mesa membership, all the other companies, being here with we went to a show with them earlier in the year. So just
Mhm.
catching up with how things are going for them. I think it's important to not live in a silo as an organization, and actually, like, are other technology players doing well? Are they seeing any kind of trends in their
Mhm.
market? Although they're not the exact same as us, there's badge printing and, hybrid plays and all kinds of technology. It gives us a kind of indication, especially here in EMEA, what's happening. So it's really useful for that.
Amazing. So my next question was going to be like, how successful do you feel like your time has been? And it sounds like you're feeling really great, like you're learning a lot and having a really good time. So is there anything else that you want to share with our Green Room listeners about your event experience? Like any big highlights or anything else that you've been really excited about?
Yeah, I mean, there's loads. So I'm not going to bore everyone, but I will, maybe if people want to learn more, they can reach out. But I think one of the interesting things I definitely found, a lot more talk around sustainability. So the interest in sustainability has been growing, and everyone knows that. But actually, it's at a point now where people are looking to standards and judging technology, venues, and everything by kind of. So over here we have the ISO sustainability standards, and like people are now looking at that and saying, do you meet that criteria? So talking about these not very
Cool.
sustainable in a lot of places. Even like this recyclable piece of card, which is great, but actually they're quite flimsy. A lot of people are changing them because they're not strong enough. So that's actually
Right.
not great for sustainability, even though you can recycle it if you're having to like change it every day. So I just think those kind of conversations fascinate me, right? As a technology player ourselves, we're allowing people to eliminate paper, but there are things that we need to think about as a business. Like, people are going to that deeper level now around, like, okay, you're helping us be more sustainable, but what's your sustainability play as an organization? So that's pretty cool. And then I think just from a technology standpoint, people are very much feeling frustration with comprehensive all-in-one solutions. We are a bunch of individual technology players on this stand, and we've had a lot of great conversations collectively around people wanting best in class for each of their solutions, rather than feeling like they have to compromise on like 6 out of 7 steps of their technology stack, which I find
Right.
really interesting conversation to have, and sort of seeing where those pain points and frustrations are for people in the market. But yeah, I mean, there's loads. I can keep
We could talk all
it's been,
day.
it's been great. I feel I always think like events. We are in the event business, and I find them very energizing. Like, they're good fun. It's valuable for a business, but also for, like, I've been these little talks I've been doing. Like, that's personal growth. You come here and you develop your skills, and that's super exciting as well.
I love that. I do have to ask, speaking of technology and sustainability, is IBTM using an app for this event itself?
It is using an app. Yes.
Okay. How has that like impacted the event experience?
Um, yeah, it's like their app is functional. I don't want to be too like cutting of it. I pick holes in things, and I know this is not true. So I have the smaller iPhone, right? I know
Right.
most people have the bigger iPhone. So when you look at their app on the bigger iPhone, it looks how it should look, but actually
Mhm.
on mine it cuts off the app rather than fits the size.
Gotcha.
So I just, yeah, that those small details, they matter. But the app's fine. They're not really focusing much energy onto it, I would say. It's
Okay.
kind of just got like a lot of information. They're not really thinking about how people are using it, or its intuitiveness, or how it's integrating with the overall event experience. But this is a lot of meetings, a lot of conversations, a lot of in person. So I don't know
Mhm.
how important their app is, whether it's just a case of they wanted an app, they need an app, versus, do you actually want to invest in the wealth of value you can create with mobile? I don't have that knowledge, but I think I would love Guidebook to show them what they could do. That's how I think.
I hear you. That's always so tricky, right? Like just having an app doesn't automatically solve your problems. You have to be intentional with your use of technology. And I'm sure you're having so many conversations exactly like that there on the show floor of, what problem are you trying to solve? And is this the right fit for you? You know, just
Yeah,
because you use an app doesn't mean that it's going to meet people's needs or um, automatically take care of something for you. But yeah, I want to let you get back out there and get talking to people. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share with us? Any other? I know there's a million things we could talk about. I love
Yeah.
events and the energy of being there.
Yeah.
What would you say is like your number one biggest takeaway that you're gonna be thinking about on the flight home?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, the first thing is, I've had some amazing conversations. I think I've had like 50 meetings this week. So
Nice.
front and center in my mind is like actually digesting all of that information and how I'm going to follow up. And that's not all about sales leads. That's just about partnerships. It's about learning more and understanding
Mhm.
people's challenges even more. Events aren't just about direct revenue afterwards. It's like, what can we learn and how can I impact that knowledge into the business? And yeah, so
Mhm.
I think first and foremost there's a lot of information to digest, so that's what I'll be doing definitely, like over the weekend, letting my brain calm down a little bit and yeah, just try and sit with some of those thoughts for a moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to having you back in the office and just hearing, the distilled version of all your learnings and what can we do, especially on the product side of house, what can we do to make sure we understand what's happening out in the market and like what people are looking for. So awesome. It was great to see you, Nathan. I wish I was in Barcelona.
Yeah, next time we have to make a play for why you should be in Barcelona this time next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see you back in the green room soon.
Yeah, see you later.
All right.
Bye.